Hi, in this video we are going to work on the graphical representations of two inequalities on the same graph, and we're going to work on their solutions. So basically you may be asked to draw two graphs on the same coordinate plane, and you could be asked to find out the set of values of x which one of the functions is greater than the other or vice versa. Let's see an example. Find the set of values of x for which f of x is less than g of x, given f of x is this expression and g of x is this expression. Now we have a quadratic and a linear function here. So first of all, we should be sketching the graphs. So to be able to do that, we have to solve that quadratic function as it is 3x squared minus 2x minus 1 equals 0, and find the solution, find the roots of it. So the roots are minus 1 over 3 and 1, and the graph would be something like this. And for y equals x plus 5, the intersection with the axis would be, well, it is 0 to 5 and negative 5 to 0. So let's redraw the graph. So they look something like this. So this is g of x with purple and f of x with blue. Now the question says find the set of values of x for which f of x is less than g of x. Now when you look at the graph, you can see that at this point, at this region, right, the function f is below the function g. So basically, I am looking for the coordinates of x coordinates, basically, of these two values, because in between these two, this inequality is satisfied. The function f is below function g. So that's what I'm going to be solving to find those x coordinates. When I equate them, I'm going to have another quadratic equation, because I have to equate the right hand side to 0 to be able to solve it. But notice here that the coefficients are multiples of 3. So I can take 3 out, which would be x squared minus x minus 2. And then I could end up saying that x squared minus x minus 2 is 0. When I solve this, I have x equals negative 1 and x equals 2. Two solutions to this. So basically, this is negative 1, the x value, and this is 2. So I should be writing the solution to this to be negative 1 greater than x, less than x, less than 2. So this will be the solution to this question. Now these two functions, f and g, could be two linear functions, right? G was linear here. G of x is x plus 5. This is a linear function. F of x is a quadratic function. Now the possibilities are you could have both of them linear, or both of them being quadratic as, other alternatives. So I'm going to give you another example with both functions being quadratic. Now in this example we are given two quadratic functions, and yes, we're going to solve these functions to find their roots so that we can draw their graphs. When we solve the equations, we find for the function f the roots being minus 2 and 6. So let's write here, this is x equals minus 2, x equals 6. And for function g, it's going to be x equals negative 1, x equals 6. So these two roots are the same. Now let's draw the graph, actually sketch the graph. Right, from the graph it's obvious that f of x is less than g of x in this region, right? So this is f of x being less than g of x. So basically, I need to find, well, this is obvious, it's 6 to 0. The x value is 6. but I need to find the x value of this intersection. So I have to equate the expressions, get a new quadratic equation actually, and solve it. So namely, it's going to be x squared minus 4x minus 12 equals 6 plus 5x minus x squared. So if I take everything on this side to the other side, it's going to be 2x squared minus 9x minus 18 equals 0. And the solution is x equals 6. Well, we know that it's here. And x equals negative 3 over 2. So this is the value I'm looking for, negative 3 over 2. And my final answer would be that the x values in between negative 3 over 2 and 6 will satisfy this inequality, because as you can see, the function f is below the function g in this region. Now is your turn. Find the set of values of x for which the function f is less than function g. Now, in the second question, you have to multiply the first function with x squared, right? And the second function is basically a horizontal line. So keep this in mind. And please submit your answers online after solving it on your books. Thanks for watching.